Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of Q&A Fridays with your host, Chandler.
And the Dave Picardi.
It's Friday. We're super pumped. We celebrated Pizza Friday yesterday because we like to be rebels. And now we're here and we're going to make the world go round.
Pizza Fridays on Thursdays. I think that's pretty universal. I think that started in New York somewhere.
That's true.
Yeah.
So when you think about the advantage of celebrating Pizza Fridays on a different day, it goes way, way back to the Mayflower. They sailed across the ocean blue to get rid of pizza persecution. And that's how they ended up on Pizza Fridays.
Pizza persecution is real.
Yeah.
Do not persecute. Real.
Yeah. And no matter what any of you say, pizza is a vegetable.
Oh, yeah. And it's paleo.
Yeah.
If anyone's into that paleo thing.
And it always fits your macros. It's weird. No matter what. It doesn't even matter what you do.
That's right. That's how it is.
Yeah. That's like, nobody can argue that fact because it's science.
Science.
And when science says it's real, that means it's real.
That's right. Or if it's published in anything that looks like it could possibly be real.
That's true. Real. Or if it's on Facebook, it's automatically real. It doesn't even matter. Yeah.
The look face.
There's no fake news. There's only real news on Facebook. Everything you read is true.
On everywhere.
It doesn't even matter. If it's on the internet, it has to be true.
You said it. It's true.
Yeah. See? Exactly.
So here we are. We're back again. Q&A Fridays.
Yeah. Q&A Fridays are exciting. It's our longest segment of the week. We answer a bunch of questions, and then we just talk about nonsense like we just did.
Nonsense.
Nonsensical
a couple good
nonsense.
Questions to talk about, which usually leads us down a nice path.
Yeah, this will lead us to a pretty good rabbit hole we're about to jump into.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about our first question. So the first question for today is, how do I use my content marketing to move people into programs? And this is from a gym owner, i.e. consultations, seminars, 6-week challenges, personal training, etc. So what you want to do is you basically want to organize your content around moving people into the funnel of whatever challenge or whatever consultation or seminar you're doing. So for example, if you wanted to move people into like a 6-week challenge, we would set up a video campaign series specifically talking about that 6-week challenge. And then we would just run a learn more button on the video to the landing page of the challenge or to a Facebook lead ads form. We would test both to see which one performs better. And then we would filter people into the 6-week challenge that way. If we had like a workshop or something, we would do the same thing. We would organize a video series and then move people into a landing page, which moves them into filling out the form, you either calling them or them getting an email series. But whatever you're doing, we need to organize the strategy, the big strategy around the whole thing. So we want to run a challenge. Okay, let's set up a video series for about a month leading up to it, or 8 weeks, however long you want to do it for. I think you would need at least 6 weeks for a good build up and good excitement. Then when you get close, you funnel everybody in, then you start the thing, and then you restart it again. So then you have an actual mapped out strategy and a strategy that you should have written down and do it again and again.
Yeah, and then you have your daily strategy. So just your overall content that you're producing. You want to make sure that the best way to actually drive people into your business, whether it's challenges or any of your programs, is to create an actual audience. Right. And so there's a difference between just advertising it and getting random people that you're attracting. Yes, you can do that. And it is a strategy. But ultimately, you want to build your audience. And so daily content and producing, just really good stuff that educates and helps people and has them feel like they're part of your story and connected to you is the way to do that. So as your audience over time, right, months, years increases, your ability to fill your programs increases, because when you do stop putting out these call to action videos and series talking about what's coming and pushing it to the audience, you actually have that audience that's going to listen at that point. So they go hand in hand when you do those. If you're just randomly doing them, you're just pushing. You're going to have to spend a lot of money to push and get to more people, and it's just not as effective.
Yeah, I think the other thing you can do to market these kinds of things, whether it's challenges, workshops, PT, seminars, is aside from the video series on Facebook and all that stuff, is you have to do some like business development work, and you have to get your own members to want to promote it and push it out. So you need to tell your members, hey, we're starting this. this is how it works. This is how it's going to function. We would love it if you guys would share some of the posts we're about to put out. And then you post it on your Facebook, you share that in your private group, and you say, hey guys, if you guys could share this, it would help us grow. We would really appreciate it. Your members are going to share it because they love you and they love what you do. And so that's a strategy to get people flowing in from referrals. And then aside from that, you should go into several local businesses in your area, give them flyers and information about your challenges, and offer something for the business to drive their people into you. So that way you hit the online market. You hit the market that's business development by visiting other businesses, putting flyers up, seeing what you guys can do to work together to promote it. Maybe you walk into like a fitness or a sporting goods store and you say, hey, we're doing this big challenge. We want to make goodie bags. Would you guys be interested in donating flyers or some sort of products that we can give these guys? And then now you have businesses who are donating items to your challenge because it's giving them exposure, and they're going to talk about it to the people that come in and see them. And you have your members referring out and sharing your stuff and all that. So it should be an overall strategy that has not only social media, but business development and using your current clients to actually share information.
Yeah, and I think something that gets lost in this whole shuffle is most businesses that are service-based are community-based as well, and that connection to, the person that they're dealing with in the business or the community or whatever it is. And the fastest way to grow a community is to put all your effort into the community. And a simple phrase would be bring a friend, right? So what you bring a friend to is where you strategically have to do the work. But ultimately, it's, if you have a 200-person community that's doing business, the fastest way to get to 400 is to just have each person bring a friend. And I know we see that a lot of businesses get away from that because they try to get clever with marketing and different things. But ultimately, if you putting your work and effort into the community is what makes you successful, don't then go do something different to try to go get clients, right? Put your effort into the community. Getting referrals should be your job. It shouldn't be about, trying to force people in or trick people to give referrals. It should be because you're giving them such good service. But then ultimately, look at all the entry points into your business. What are all the things that you do? And provide them with a bring a friend day in some capacity. Could be parties, could be days out for coffee, could be to come watch them do something, whatever it is, right? But provide them with that opportunity and focus on that piece.
I think one of the best ways that I found to get friends excited about doing it is not necessarily putting them into a class, because then they get it done and they leave. But what you do is over time you have everybody invite their friends to all the parties and events you do. So if you have like a Pizza Friday day, everybody bring your friends. Let's hang out and have fun together. Yeah. Taco Tuesday, do that together. Mimosa Saturday, or if your gym doesn't focus on alcohol and bad food, then bring your friends to whatever else you do. Yeah, that's weird. Who doesn't do that? So you want your members to be bringing friends to the social events you do so they can talk to you and get to know you, and you can build a relationship with them over time. And then those friends are going to start following your page and what you do. So rather than just coming in once for a workout, you get them to invite their friends incrementally to all the social things you do. And the best way to build a relationship is get in front of people and talk to them and just make them feel comfortable around you and make them realize that you guys do exactly what they need.
Yeah, and your this is the relationship marketing experience. Your strategy for content development, and how you push it out, and who you're pushing it to, and what is your demographics, all that type of stuff. It should all revolve around your business and your current clients, and making sure that you're communicating well and showcasing the community and the fun, and then ultimately giving their friends an opportunity to come in. So I know the question came from a gym owner, and I know there was a trend where everybody's, shutting down the community side, the bring a friend day, all those things, and it's actually the opposite of what you want to do. You shut that down, you shut off your pipeline of new clients, and it's pretty important, right? You got to focus on that.
Yeah, I think the biggest way, just be as social as possible with people. Make sure that they know that what you do is really fun, and that what you do is something that they can relate to and that they want to be part of. And then they'll eventually want to join what you're actually doing. So
Yeah.
It's a huge piece, and you don't want to eliminate the social aspect of allowing people into your facility and create like a closed off system. You want this thing where they know that what you do is professional and the way you introduce people is going to keep them safe. But at the same time, they already know you, and they already know that because they've been interacting with you in all your events and all the other stuff you do. Maybe now they jump on your Facebook Lives and talk, and now you've created a best friend. So now they're like, hey, everybody should go to this gym. Even if you don't go, you're creating raving fans outside your gym by doing this stuff. And the more raving fans you have, the more likely it is you're going to get more business coming into you.
So yeah, something else is don't think that people are paying, like say in a gym and they're coming for group fitness. It's they're not there for group fitness. They're there for the community. So there's an attachment that has to happen, and it's to the community and the vibe and the fun and the friends that they meet in there. And I know we get caught up. I know in our personal gym we get caught up with the level of coaching, but that's for a higher level of coaching and need more attention. The group's not for them as a full-time thing. They should be getting more individual stuff and different programs. So to get people to come in, you're trying to showcase the community and the fun and the friendships, because that's the sticky part of the whole thing.
Yeah, community keeps people around. Community keeps people excited. People over time are going to get bored of just doing group fitness stuff. People are going to get bored of doing personal training. People are just going to get bored of being there if there's not a community that keeps them connected and keeps them wanting to come back. And that's where you ultimately win in this whole thing. And so, for example, like on Friday, we do this yearly. We have a murder mystery dinner that we bring all our members to and take over a bunch of tables and stuff. And friends can come to that. Sometimes we have random people that show up and do it with us. But it's a pretty cool event, and it's community building.
I'm confused. You actually, you put Pizza Friday on hold for a murder mystery dinner?
It's incredible, isn't it? It's the first time I've ever done this. There's probably something wrong with me.
That's crazy.
I know. Pizza Friday is like a religion. And so that's how important this stuff is with our members.
You could probably slip a pie in there, right? Just put it underneath
I'll walk in with the pizza. It's not like a country club. I'll just walk in with the Domino's pizza.
Walk in with your own bottle of wine and pie. Yeah, this is what we're doing.
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
Yep.
I'm fine. Leave me alone.
I love it. So our second question is actually the same question as the first, because it all comes down to that. There's an ultimate question in business, especially service-based businesses. How do I get more clients? It's the holy grail of marketing.
Oh, it's everything. That's all everybody ever talks about. Hey,
they want to know.
What are you doing for your business?
How do I not do the work?
Yeah.
How do I not do all the work that I have to do? And how do I just pay for clients?
Yeah, that's why lead generation services are so popular. Like, hey, what are you doing for your business? I don't know, but how can you get me leads? Well, we haven't even talked about your business strategy. We don't know what you're doing. I don't know who you are. I don't know anything about you. I don't know if I can get you leads. We need to talk before we can do this. Well, yeah, none of that matters. But how many leads can you get me in the next 20 days?
Well, my favorite is we don't have any leads, and then you look and there's leads, but they can't close the leads because the overall either product blows or the system blows or the person trying to close them or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's a epidemic problem of huge proportions. Everybody gets so focused on leads, but they don't understand why they're not getting leads or why their strategy might not be in order, or if there's a dead month coming up or something, they haven't planned for it. And so I think it's a really important piece to have all this together and get out of the mindset that you're addicted to leads. Yes, they're important, but chances are you have a much bigger problem going on than just why are we not getting leads? There's so many different things that we need to understand and work with before we can understand what's going on. And for us as Out of the Cave, if someone comes to us and says, can you get me 30 leads in the next 20 days? We won't work with them because it doesn't make sense from a long-term perspective. Yeah, we could run some horrifyingly bad Facebook campaign that makes your brand look real cheesy and get you 30 leads in 30 days. Then you're going to close 3 of them. Or we can work with you long-term and actually establish a system. And so you have to get into the mindset of how do I get systems going so I'm always in a good position versus, oh my God, what do I do right now?
Yeah, so ultimately there's some sort of systemic problem going on in your business if you don't have leads coming in. And it's, you can look at it like two ways. Maybe you're a newer business and you've never had leads coming in and you just have a really slow growth. You need to change your overall operations, the culture, how you put the whole thing together to create an environment that produces leads. And it's more than just marketing. There's a whole piece to it. That's why our process is so in depth, because it's not just marketing for leads. We got to get in there and actually right the ship a lot of the times. And then you look at another type of a business is if you have a business that used to generate a lot of leads and now you don't, you change something that you shouldn't have, or you stopped doing stuff that you used to do, because that shouldn't have happened. Like, so if it dries up, then you have a problem.
Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest issues. And so what we have to look at is, okay, what months are we really good? What months are we really bad? And then once you get that organized, you say, okay, so this next month is going to be a terrible month for us. It's always a terrible month every year. And then you say, okay, what can we do this year? And then create a system every year to make sure that it's not horrible. So you say, okay, we haven't run any sort of member re-engagement campaign ever. So this month, that's horrible. We're going to run a member re-engagement campaign and try to get old members back in. Then we're going to run a campaign to prospects who came in and never signed up. So now we have a twofold strategy going on that month that's going to pull people in from different avenues. Then you're going to say, okay,
pause. We got to write that down.
Yeah, write it down. Make a system.
Write it down. All right, we can go.
Okay, now we're good. So then once you get that done, now your dead month is going to pull old members back in, and it's going to pull people who didn't sign up back in. Then at the same time, you should have your content strategy going so people are moving, you're talking to local businesses, so that's working. You have everything else working, but you've included those two other strategies that you run maybe once every 6 months on your dead months to pull people back in and make sure people are aware that you exist and that you're actually doing stuff.
Yeah, it's preemptively doing the work is really what it comes down to. It's you need to know your entire year looks like. And then even like, so I know my previous businesses going back 20 years here, Christmas time and midsummer in New England for us. So no matter what happens, you already know that you're probably not getting, you might get leads and you might get people that are interested, but you're not closing any business. Everybody's away. Everybody, for right before the holidays, we'll wait till after the holidays. So there's work to do there, but you're probably not making new sales. But what you can do is you can say, okay, so we know that the revenue is going to dip a little bit in our business around this time. What other strategies can we come up with to keep the revenue up? What else can happen in the business that is able to keep us stable? Because it's not about, how do we milk people for more money? It's, in order to have a stable business, you have to have stable revenue, and you can't have ups and downs in a business. It has to be stable. So there's other strategies to do that. Like, for us, we're launching winter gear. Everybody wants it anyways. Everybody's going to go out and buy new sweatshirts and Christmas presents and different things anyways. So why not have us produce some really cool stuff so that they can purchase it? It helps keep us stable for the month when it's a bad month for us, so that our service doesn't drop. We can still pay the lights and life is good, and we're able to keep our revenue up. Those are all different strategies. It's not always about memberships and just product sales. Yeah,
exactly. And if you don't have if you don't have things that your members need, then you're losing out on revenue at the same time. So it's, okay, we're dead in leads this month. And like you're saying, okay, October is a perfect month to start producing winter apparel because they're going to get it. You should pre-sell everything you do, order a little bit more, and then deliver it to them in November once the pre-sales are over. But you're going to collect the revenue and realize it in October. So that way that month is okay. Then at the same time, do you have supplements available? Because we talked about this last time, all your members are consuming something, and they'd rather
a lot of supplements.
Yeah, they'd rather consume it from you.
Good, bad, and ugly.
It's true. It's horrifying out there. But they'd rather consume it from you, and they'd rather have a product that you say you trust and that they can depend on, versus going out and finding it somewhere else. And it's a matter of convenience at the same time. I'd rather purchase it from you because I'm here every day, or I'm here 3 times a week, and you are the one I trust, and you're telling me to take this, so this is what I'm going to take, versus what do you guys think about these 12 things I found on Amazon and the GMC guy told me to take?
Right. Picking on GNC again.
Yeah.
We're not picking on them. They do such a good job with marketing and exposure. That's the only one that can come to mind when you want to talk about supplements.
It's true. There's always one business.
Right. So coming up with that, I know we work with clients on having that annual strategy and filling in the gaps, right? Like, what can I do? And then we can brainstorm around expertise and resources and areas of the country or the world or whatever it is. and come up with those game plans. And then the big thing is once you figure that out and you start doing it, you never have it right. It's not like, oh, that's going to be perfect every time. It's every year when your calendar rolls around, you need to know when your start dates are going to be, and then you need to get back into your process and you need to improve on it. So this is what we learned last year when we ran it. This is how we're going to make it better this year so that you can increase and do better every year.
Look who I found. It's a Ninjalina.
No way. It's a Ninjalina.
She can't hear anything. Listen, Ninjalina.
What's up? What's up?
You know how short she is.
Capricorn.
She's like 6 inches tall.
Whatever.
This is a special treat, having one of the Ninjalinas on the show.
They just pop in and they say, hey, we have to go. And I'm like, geez, I don't even get to make a choice in my life.
Dan and I have stuff to do. We're not interested.
She's like a producer. Like, hey, we got to go. We got to do stuff.
That's right. That's right. So, so call to action, I guess, for everybody, and a little homework to do is work on that annual calendar. Figure out your cash flow and how does it look on a monthly basis, and then start coming up with some game plans, and then you can build your content to match those game plans. And if you need help, right, just reach out. Chan and I are available, and it's what we do, and we love it.
Exactly. We'll even help you guys out. The coolest thing about our Facebook group is if you post stuff in there, we'll collaborate, and some of the other people will collaborate, and we can create some pretty cool stuff. So use that as a tool to collaborate back and forth. We keep out any sort of like consultants or people who are going to tell you to PM them, so that way you can feel comfortable and they're collaborating and talking back to you. Like, hey, has anyone done this? I have the greatest strategy in the history of the world. PM me, because I'm not going to post this publicly because I want to sell you stuff in messages.
That's right. Well, PM us so we can sell you something. Yeah.
So post it in there. If you're listening to this, shoot us an email or make sure you join the Facebook group. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out that we'll announce soon. A lot of resources for business owners that we're going to provide free to everybody. And we're going to make this a continuous product that we just build on, that people can go to and get when they need it.
Very cool. I'm excited about all the stuff we got coming.
Yeah. It's going to be extra awesome.
Extra awesome. Like the gum.
Yeah. Extra. And like the double mint twins. We're the double mint twins now.
We could be.
Yeah. Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Good
All
stuff.
right, guys. Yeah, question.
Another great show.
Yeah, I think Jason posted a question last week. I'll pull it out. We'll do it next week. He said, let's finish it. He said, how important is culture in your business? And culture is one of the most important things that you can possibly build in your business, because culture is the business's personality. It's the way customers are going to perceive your business, and it's the way employees are going to perceive your business. And it's the whole encompassing feature that's going to make people either care about what you're doing or not care at all about what you're doing. And so if you're not focused or building culture, you're not building something people can love.
Yeah. And when you're talking about like, how do I get people to a program, and how do I get people to listen to what I'm saying, and what do I produce for content? What we're talking about here is your culture, right? Produce content around your culture and the personalities in your business, and people are going to want to come to your programs. They're going to want to come to all your stuff. That's the most important part of this whole thing. It's the reason everybody watches reality TV shows.
Exactly.
Right?
They want to feel
You will attract the people that want to come and be a part of what you're doing.
Exactly. You want to make people want to love you. And once they do, you've got fans for life.
I'm your fan for life, Chan.
I'm your fan for life. Hashtag fans for life, yo.
Hashtag the dynamic duo.
Hashtag always winning.
Good stuff.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. We're going to be together in Chicago. So we'll do a couple of things from there. We're going to be up at Sprout Social doing some stuff with them. So we'll post an almost daily show from up there probably. And we'll see you guys there. See ya.